Welcome to Lore Hero, episode 21. How are you doing, fellas?
It's been a damn 21 week, man. 21.
On this excellent Saturday afternoon. Yeah, we said last week we were all going to come here with alcoholic beverages, but I forgot about that until I said episode 21. So I didn't do that.
Wait, really?
We joked about
water.
it at the end. Yeah, I have no beverage whatsoever.
Ale. I got a stomach bug.
Closest thing I have to me is I have 2,000 IUs of vitamin D. I mean, that I can't drink that, but
a bullet bill of water.
Hey, vitamin D is goated, bro.
D is good.
I got a polar seltzerade lemonade thing.
Yeah, dude, I got
that's
berry
water
flavored sparkling
water. Love it. I love my seltzer water. Big fan. I didn't like seltzer water until like 2 or 3 years ago. Probably until I think White Claw got me into seltzers.
I think
that's
like White Claw.
Claw is the law.
And I didn't really like White Claw to start with, but it took me like 3 tries. I'm like, it's not that bad.
Yeah, there's somebody getting wasted off of White Claws, and that person
right now,
and just just enjoy it. Just enjoy it.
Hey, you're making good decisions because that's mostly water anyways. So you're hydrating while you're getting drunk. So that's the ideal scenario.
What a
really
beautiful concept.
What is the crossover of Lore Hero listeners to White Claw enjoyers? I don't think it's that high.
It's one circle. You got a Venn diagram, overlapping circles. It's one circle. Everybody drinks Claws.
A lot of the kids that used to watch us in like 2017, 2016 are probably in college now, bro.
Damn sure,
you know what I mean?
For sure.
That's terrifying.
Way to make me feel old.
No, it's like kind of insane. You know, a lot of my regulars that are just like, I've been watching you since freshman year in high school, and I'm about to graduate and get my bachelor's, and I'm like,
damn, you actually graduated? I couldn't do that.
It's like, yeah, you went to college? I dropped out. I tried.
I got an associate's degree in general studies, and I was like, yeah, I'm not going.
That's more than me, JP. It's more than me,
It took
bro.
me multiple years to do that. I took like 1 class per semester because I did not want to be there.
When we first met, like, you were having the college experience.
Yeah, still. Well, you were too. Like, you were going to community college because we used to talk on Discord on our phones.
No, we used to talk on Facebook, dude.
No, I know that. Yeah,
it's a talk on Facebook.
I sent Alec my first chart on Facebook because that was the only way we could communicate at the time. And
I love that that was just like that was the social media of choice for Guitar Hero people for a while.
He played it on stream and he was like, "I see the vision. I just don't think it's quite there yet." There's someone along those lines. Like,
that's tough.
Hey, he was right. He was right though. I had 4 note chords, the whole 9 yards, not tempo mapped. Yeah.
You pulled out some frets on fire shit, but I saw the vision.
It was great.
Man.
Sorry. Phase shift guitar project type shit. Nah, yes. I don't know.
Oh, that's low. That's low.
Have you seen that changes chart? Tell me that's not scuffed.
Yo, it's pretty scuffed.
That Mike Orlando chart is it's legendary. I still play it from time to time.
It's pretty funny.
Anyway, we were talking about degrees. Before we move on, I'm curious. Jason, do you have any degrees?
I do. I studied music. That was when I first got into Guitar Hero. I was in college for music, and then ended up with a BA in marketing and mass communications.
Okay, so he's definitely the most credentialed person of us here.
A marketing degree is a pretty good degree to have, actually.
Yeah.
It's
many things. Yeah. For this especially,
it's kind of weird. Like, yeah, I went to school for marketing, mass communications, and music. So, I mean, it kind of makes sense that this is where I ended up.
It makes sense that this is what you ended up doing.
Yeah.
You just kind of adapted. You adapted to modern culture, and that's literally what you're doing now.
Exactly what it needed to be, in a way.
Yeah.
That's cool as fuck, though. That
is cool.
Appreciate that.
When did you graduate?
Yeah. Oh no. Oh, 2009.
1997.
I was in
2009. Dude, Guitar Hero was still alive in 2009.
I was in 10th.
That was
we were doing
the year.
The tournaments.
Yeah, you're doing the tournaments, man.
Yeah, first national tournament that I played in was the NCAA one, right? There was the NCAA tournament that GH held on their website. March Madness, it was called. The finals was actually held like right in front of the Alamo Dome in Texas.
Oh, God.
Wow. NCAA is this what 2008?
Cool.
I want to say. It's crazy looking back at that. Cool. That it was that ingrained in pop culture.
Yeah,
that's nuts.
Lore Hero.
Yes,
that is some deep lore.
Hero.
Deep lore.
Yeah. No.
I figure I should say what mine are too. I have 2 degrees. I have 2 associate's degrees in web development and computer programming. Don't use them.
Hey, wow. I didn't know that.
Don't use either of them.
Don't use them.
Don't use either of them. But I have them.
If I actually stuck it out with school, I probably would have gone into like broadcasting.
Yeah, that is
that
is what you wanted to do. I remember.
That's what I wanted to do.
Yeah.
That, and I wanted to do. I want to be like a director of photography in like movies and shit.
Well, you used to.
I had a real good eye for that stuff.
You used to kind of be a photographer, right? Like you would.
Kind of.
I remember your stuff.
That whole like 2013, 14 Instagram core is like always gonna stick with me.
Yes.
Like I was scrolling through Instagram like I fucking scroll through Instagram. No, I don't. I actually don't use Instagram. But then like, just going back, I was like, damn. Oh, what happened to this whole like era of
the whole culture really shifted quickly out of that 2013, 14
truly
type
did.
Instagram.
Yeah, like I just remember what it was like, on different social medias, and I really had a dead set plan for that. But I look at us now,
Yeah, hey, you're on social media still,
right.
doing broadcast stuff.
Just that things have changed a lot.
Stuff.
I mean, we've got TikTok now, and things are shifting again because of the UMG stuff.
The tools have changed. The tools have changed.
Yeah, it's true.
I just keep thinking about like all the tools we haven't utilized yet.
Sure.
We just got into TikTok, and it's changed our lives.
And
right?
it's changing again.
It's
right?
changing
how it
again.
goes, man.
It's
Things move
continuously
too
changing.
quick. Move
Yeah.
too quick.
Do you ever feel like
The
you got
culture is
in too
really
late?
fast.
Always.
Oh, yeah. Absolutely.
I feel like that happens all the time. Like if you always could have started something earlier, right? And I feel like that happens all the time. Like back in 2013 or 14, when I was seeing like YouTubers like get really successful and popular, I'm like, well, that ship has sailed. I can't do shit. It's already too late. It's already happened. And then in 2015, when I started actually uploading stuff again and doing like Rock Band 4 and Guitar Hero 2 stuff like that, I'm like, well, this ain't gonna go anywhere. I'm already too late. It's too bad. And then in 2017, 18, I kept feeling this. I always feel that same way. Like it's always too late. I should have done this earlier, right?
Yeah.
But I guess the lesson is it's never too late. Just do it. Just do
the
it.
thing you enjoy.
just
it really
try it
isn't,
out.
because as a kid watching my favorite Guitar Hero YouTubers, my favorite Rock Band YouTubers, I wanted to be like them a lot. And so I would just constantly just be like posting, and I just want to be like them and all that stuff. Then it slowly turned into like, oh yeah, you know what? Maybe I was too late. Maybe they'd had enough of Guitar Hero and Rock Band YouTube. But I just kept on going because I like still liked the game. I still liked playing it, and it was very interesting seeing the underground community, the dark ages,
the realest of the real.
Yes,
the realest of the real. Whether you decide that's good or bad, that's up to you. But it truly was like just an underground fucking time for the community, and I was just like, damn, you know what? It looks like there are still people that are into this. Let's keep on posting. And then like I just kind of made a name for myself. And then here we are. Right?
It's funny that you bring that up because like straight up when I first started streaming, I played platformers and I did it as a hobby, and I didn't even touch plastic guitar until a few months into streaming because I didn't think anybody would care.
Yep.
Well, look what that turned into.
I know, right?
Well, I think it's perfectly reasonable to think that people wouldn't care because we were playing. I mean,
at that
honestly,
time, especially
like when the game was in its prime and I was obsessed with it, I felt like people didn't care then either. Because it was like it was one of the biggest games in the world, but from a competitive standpoint, it was much more niche than you realize. Like being good.
Yeah,
at
the only
game.
time
like,
I felt people cared was like 2007, 8, 9. When people when it was actually the culture was like
that. My thing is with content creators, and I would see people. I knew that people like really wanted to be part of it, and that they had a passion for it. When I saw people with like fucking 10 or like 5 to 10 views, but they were doing Azurite style PIP.
Yes.
Yeah.
I was like, oh wow! So these people aren't just doing it for views; they do it because they
just because it's cool and fun. Wow,
that's
what a concept!
Crazy. And that was still something that I was trying to understand. I'm not saying that hey, people like Priest Demolition, Azurite Reaction, I Bite Pretty Hard, and Blind Zor, and all those guys, and JLC. I'm not saying that those guys did it for views. They built their audience from the ground up.
Yeah, it all stemmed from a passion for the game, right? And it just people saw that passion, and people saw that and liked it, and they just kept subscribing and viewing, and it just became a larger thing. And at that point, those actually were super big YouTubers. Like in 2007, 8, it was rare to have a channel that was over like 10,000. 10,000 subs, like, ooh, 5 digits. That's a big channel.
That was a lot.
Like,
agreed.
When I think Guitar Hero Phenom reached 100,000 subscribers, it was like, holy shit.
It was unbelievable.
Yeah, that was
big time.
A
We got a big timer.
reach that alone.
Yeah, I think the next highest was probably like, you know, I buy pretty hard. Ooh, UCOG was big too, and I buy had like 30K.
He had like 60,000.
60,000,
and then
because he streamed on
Ustream in like 2008 and 2009, bro. Like that was massive.
JLC was
actually
big.
huge numbers.
JLC had
J Prez was another one with 5 digits.
Wasn't Wolf up in 5 digits as well? Wolf?
Yeah,
Wolf was
him and Priest were like in the 20-30Ks.
Yeah, 20-30,000. He had mint gameplay.
Yeah,
and so everybody watched it. And then Priest MLH had scuffed gameplay, but he was very good.
Yeah.
He also
it's kind of funny.
The highest hyperspeed.
I'm just realizing this now. If you have like 10,000 subs as a Guitar YouTuber today, you are still pretty big. Like that's not a small channel for Guitar Hero.
Like our perception of numbers has just been fucking thrown out the window because numbers are so big now.
Because Mr. Beast has 200 million.
Types of social media, dude. I was told that people on TikTok apparently 1 million followers is not a flex.
Oh, fuck off!
Like I was like, that's crazy. That's 1 million people.
That's 1 million people, dude.
1 million is not a flex.
Come back down to earth. Come back down.
What are
we need you here.
Talking about, man? Okay, it's one thing if you're fucking doing this.
Yeah.
For like 1 million followers versus
for vapid
if we're
shit.
doing this for 1 million followers. I mean, look, it's about the
insane.
niche of content, right? It's about the niche of content.
I don't understand. It's one of those things that people have lost such scope of what numbers actually mean, and that there's a human being behind every single one in that number. You know, count
every
to 1
single
million.
person.
Go ahead.
Yeah, start now.
Mr. Beast did it.
And Mr. Beast did, and look at him. He's got 200 million subscribers.
Yeah, count to 200 million now, Mr. Beast.
He put up a video today. I watched the whole thing before the podcast. It was a good video. It had Mark Rober in it. It was good.
He is a scientist. A YouTube scientist.
Yeah, dude, it's you know, I think this all started because, you know, everyone was all locked up. Everyone's locked up at home, and what are they gonna do? They're just gonna go on the internet and just start doing shit. And that's when that whole
that's how VTubers became popular.
Change.
Like VTubers became popular because of COVID. Like Neanders was
and I
on
fuck with
the
that
internet
whole
for a long
idea
time,
of VTubing because people are so scared to stream because they don't want to show their face.
Yep,
true.
Exactly.
I never wanted to make YouTube videos because I was afraid of being on camera. I didn't want to
show my face. Look at us all. I can see your face there and there and there and there.
Yeah. Now look at us.
I feel like this is the point where we need to mention real quick that if you are somebody that makes content, I just want to throw out there, if people criticize you, let that shit, just brush your shoulders off real quick and keep going because, hey, man in the arena quote, it ain't about the people who are yelling at you for what you're doing. Think about the fact that you're doing it in the first place, right? You're giving up a lot of just anonymity, right? You're showing passion, right? You're putting yourself out there. That deserves claps. That deserves praise because, man, that's gutsy. That's gutsy. Being allowed to be criticized, just putting yourself out there. Yeah, people might be like bullshitting with you, saying negative things, but you're actually doing it. So kudos, like
putting yourself out there is tough. Not even just not even on the internet. In fact, I would say it's easier to put yourself out there on the internet than in real life sometimes, depending on the person you are. Me, I'm a hyper introvert. In real life, it's tough for me to make new friends. Like it'll take a few times hanging out with a person before I start feeling pretty comfortable with them. But on the internet, I feel like I can just let it fly because I don't have a person sitting there watching me. I don't have a person there. The people are virtual. I can't even perceive these people. Right? They just perceive me. So it's different. I feel more extroverted on the internet because it's easier for me. Truth. But when you start thinking about all those people that are watching you and perceiving you, then it starts to fuck with your head a little bit.
Yeah, that's why on Twitch you gotta like not look at your view count pretty much. Like you gotta disable that shit.
Oh, I was hard scoping my view count like when I was playing through those prototypes. But it didn't affect me.
Yeah, you were doing well, but it's like that's what when Alec was getting big and Jason was already big because like UCOG and Jason were established at this point and Alec was kind of becoming bigger and ironically enough he's kind of ended up on top at this point, but that's because the whole landscape has changed.
Very much so.
But when Alec was an inspiration for me to start streaming and I focused on that view count way too much, and I even now trying to figure out what sets me apart from the rest is a very difficult concept, And
I still look at that fucking view count. I shouldn't, but I do.
Yeah.
I do, but then I just kind of I think about what can I just truly do to make this different from the last stream?
Yeah.
Or separate and make this its own stream. What did I do, or what can I do right now that's just so different? Is this the moment? For me. And this is just coming from somebody who like has an established audience. For those who are listening that don't have an audience like whatsoever, your audience is a lot smaller, or hey, you know what? You're doing your motherfucking thing. Good job. I'm just saying, like, maybe you can relate too. It's just about making it unique for yourself and unique for the people watching. It's like, hey, they came to come and watch you. Like, what's stopping them from going over there? Why'd they come here? This arena over here has this many people watching. That's because this dude's doing this. They come to your arena. What are you doing?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and how do you get them to stay? Because if you have no viewers, like if you only have 1 or 2 viewers with not a very active chat, it's tough to keep people, right?
It is hard. People
use Twitch for the chat a lot of times, right?
You have to act
if you go to any stream, the chat's just going wild.
You just have to act like people are there that aren't actually there. That's what a lot of the top streamers say that like started out with like low amount of people. Like somebody like Jinxie, I think, is a really good example. Like Jinxie was just unapologetically himself. He's like the Tyler 1 of Rainbow Six, right? And he just did his thing, and eventually clips got out, people noticed, and they were like, oh, I like this guy, he's funny,
Yeah, I didn't know it until the Streamer Awards, but he was streaming.
It's easier said than done, obviously. That's a difficult thing to do, But
and you have all these, you have like Jinxie and Queso. They blew straight up off of TikTok.
Yeah,
100, almost like 100% off of TikTok. Where's TikTok? Where's TikTok in 2016-17, Jason? What were we doing, man?
Musically on Guitar Hero Live?
Yeah.
Musically was purchased by
without
Dance
that platform. We didn't even use that platform.
Nope.
I didn't even look at that platform.
No, that platform was a joke.
It was.
We were on YouTube and Twitch, and that's it.
That's it.
Maybe Twitter. Maybe.
Yeah.
But at the same time, it was just like, man, people really valued their time going and looking at content on the internet too. Now you have all of these different platforms. It's not just Twitch and YouTube to go watch things.
True.
Go watch things. They have like Facebook original series.
Yeah.
Who's
watching those?
Believe that?
Who's watching those? I'm sure there's many.
There's a lot of people watching those actually. You ever met a middle-aged mother? You know what I
mean? Maybe I have. Maybe a few.
My mother-in-law watches shit on Facebook all the time. It's like that's the thing.
My mom plays games on Facebook.
I'm guilty. I'm guilty of going on there and watching food recipes.
Sure.
Oh, dude. Oh, fuck yeah. That's where I get most of my recipes. That's addicting content. Food.
Is that where you got the cinnamon rolls recipe? Facebook?
I googled that, but I get so many other recipes from Instagram mainly and Facebook. In fact, the ones I get on Facebook are from people sharing them, not because they're like showing up in my recommended. Like,
no.
My old neighbor back at my parents' place, like she's a cook. Like she runs a bar. She runs the kitchen, and she posts all sorts of fucking recipes all day on Facebook, and they all look so good. And I can save them and I can make them. I've made quite a few actually. My saved on Facebook and Instagram almost entirely food.
And so like now it makes sense. Because I probably would used to watch like recipe videos over on YouTube, but now
Adam
I don't.
Ragusa, that's my guy.
Yeah, there's Adam Ragusa.
Love Adam Ragusa.
There's binging with Babish, right?
Yes.
I tell you who I enjoy, Tasting History, Max Miller.
Tasting History.
Yeah, that's sick. Yeah. That's really
background,
cool. It's such a cool concept.
Food.
Yeah,
it's so good. Shout out Max Miller, good shit.
But see now I don't even think about going on YouTube to watch the stuff that I would find on Facebook. Or, I don't even know. I don't watch gaming videos. Like gaming videos with like stream highlight type videos. I don't watch that stuff on YouTube. But where do I watch it? On TikTok.
Same.
I'll go watch it on TikTok, or I'll catch the video on like on Twitter or something.
Do you ever seek those out? Rarely. It's mostly just fed to you by the algorithm and the recommendations. A lot of times it's just shown to you.
That's like kind of like the priority that watching gaming videos has done for me. Why do I prefer watching a 40-minute video on Dark Souls by VaatiVidya instead of Elden Ring hilarious moments?
Yeah.
One shot, 1,000,000 damage. Like,
dude, Dude, I put on VaatiVidya videos to go to sleep. His voice is beautiful,
incredible.
and the background music is just so serene.
The ASMR, man.
When I saw him on the Bandai Namco fucking actual page, like talking about Dark Souls, like talking about Elden Ring, I was like, yo, this dude made it. This motherfucker made it. That's crazy.
Yeah, that's so fucking awesome.
He's making official Souls content. Can you imagine that?
That's so cool.
Nice
I'm hyped for that
people
DLC.
succeed.
Oh yeah,
Nice to see
I need
people
it.
succeed.
Shadow of the
in
Erd
my
Tree can't
blood.
come soon enough.
3 months is the longest 3 months of my life.
I've been saying it. 16-hour days. I put in 16-hour days when that shit comes out. I'm gonna be grinding. That's gonna be my 2 full-time jobs.
I think it's really impressive for them to be putting out a $40 paid DLC and no one's complained about the price because they know it's going to be quality.
They know. Mm-hmm.
They
And
know.
over two years after the game came out, by the way.
Yeah, they've been cooking.
Yeah.
They've been
That's
cooking.
almost unheard of. I mean, how much was
propane.
the Cyberpunk DLC? Was that $30? Or was that 40?
That was also, I think that was also
sure.
$40. The
And
Phantom
it
Liberty.
came out like 2 years after, 3 years after almost, probably, for
3
that.
years.
I never played it because Cyberpunk really soured for me. But apparently it was really good. And apparently they fixed up that game.
Yeah,
But-
dude, my favorite is when they got the they did a ad for the new the DLC, the Phantom Liberty, and it was a double entendre talking
Oh, I know-
about,
yeah, I know what you're talking about.
the Idris Elba line where he goes like, "Don't forget, the game is fixed."
Yeah.
And I was like,
The
I
game
get
is
it. I get it. And
Yeah.
like, I
Wow.
think
That's clever.
I still think that's absolutely fucking insane.
That's
that
a
they just
masterful way
acknowledge-
to market that,
absolutely
to get people
insane.
back
That's
into the
am-
game.
Yeah.
That's some good marketing.
Wait, it's fixed? Yeah, like.
Yeah, wait, the game is fixed.
Yeah.
Wait a second,
The
did he
game
mean...
Did he mean?
I gotta try that shit out. What do you mean I have to download 300 gigabyte updates? What do you think? Just kidding.
It is a big game.
It is a huge game. So we've been yapping for a long time. Do we want to talk about something Guitar Hero or Rock Band related? Anything big happened,
I'm-
perhaps?
We
a
could
What
couple
on our
days ago?
Guitar Hero and Rock
Try.
Band related podcast?
We
Are
could
you
try,
kidding me?
yeah.
Yeah.
Wait,
No,
this isn't
Willy
just a
Wonka.
Yap
No,
cast?
bro, Willy Wonka AI event.
No,
we're
no,
talking.
Willy, it's
No,
Willy
not
Yap about that.
It's Willy's legally distinct chocolate experience. It has Willy McDuff, the Wonka Doodles, the unknown.
Unknown.
Dude, my favorite is the unknown.
I love
he just
the
comes out. He just comes out from the back of the mirror.
He's
Who
an
is
evil,
he?
He's an evil
And then
chocolate
you can hear a
maker who
child
lives in the
scared.
walls.
Child going ah.
No, there's a child that was like, no.
Yeah.
Visibly scared.
Ah. Yeah,
Speaking of
you
paying
know what? I'd be the
$40
same
for
way.
something.
Yeah,
Yeah,
right.
would you rather pay $40 for Shadow of the Erd Tree or $40 for this?
For the Willy
Yeah, I think
Wonka.
The
I think
unknown.
it was,
The unknown.
I think
This
it was-
might be
it
a
was like
good
30
story to have forever.
It was like 35 pounds for entry, so probably like $40. Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
no.
One of my favorite
No,
details is that like when the kids would walk through, like the actors were instructed to give him like one jelly bean
Yeah, exactly.
ran-
One jelly bean and a quarter cup of lemonade.
and a quarter
and then
cup
they
of
ran
lemonade.
out.
They ran out of fucking
Ran
jelly
out.
beans, so the actors just told them just wing it. We don't have any more jelly beans, but they can still get
No,
their
dude,
quarter
dude.
cup of lemonade.
Dude, like an hour before like the event was gonna happen, they said like, oh, just throw out the script. Apparently, the problem with the event was that they didn't receive their holographic paper.
The whole
Yeah.
script was
The
AI
golden
generated.
Everything
I mean,
about this thing
it
was AI generated.
generated. The guy's written like
brutal.
14 AI generated fucking novels. Like they make no sense. Like
This dude's like a AI mogul. He's gonna teach you how to do all sorts of things, how to make
I
My
don't-
favorite
you
is
money.
someone quote tweeting with this Krabby Land from that SpongeBob episode.
Oh, that's
He
so
scammed
accurate.
he scammed all those kids.
That's
Yeah,
actually
no,
a
the-
perfect
Yeah, like
picture
Mr.
to
Krabs is still
encapsulate that.
wrong for that. Mr. Krabs, albeit, was still like kind of, he's probably about as bad.
Hey, at least he came up with that vision himself. He didn't have some computer generated for him.
Yeah, he didn't
Right.
have a computer do it for him.
Respect
yeah,
to
that
Mr.
was
Krabs.
that was all original in his head.
That's
you know?
all in his
Yeah.
head, and he came up with Krabby the Clown.
His shell.
And Krabby the Clown did show up.
He did.
He did show up.
He did.
Is he the unknown in this scenario?
Is he the unknown?
the evil chocolate maker who lives in the walls?
Yeah. Who is he?
Oh,
Yeah, that's been
He-
But yeah,
that's been
man.
His
sweet. It's
name
been
is the
unavoidable in the
unknown.
news.
Well,
We don't
you
know.
Yeah, man. I just thought that's just so bizarre that you could just go out and do that.
Well, it's working for the actors because they're getting a lot of exposure on TikTok talking about their experience and everything. Like, this is your moment. This is your viral moment. Take advantage of it. Seriously.
Yeah, and all the people that are
Here's
doing
the-
this were like working actors, right? They're just like found a Craigslist post for this shit, and like, yeah,
Yeah.
like,
No,
I
it was
can
on
make a couple
Indeed.
$100 bucks.
It was on Indeed.
They're just looking for a gig.
Yeah, and this
Could
would
you
be big for them.
imagine though, like the legacy of you being the meth photo of that poor girl? That
She's
Oompa
actually
Loompa?
she's like a good one though. Like that one photo, of course, she's never gonna live that down. But apparently, there's like other pictures of her from this event. She looks like genuinely like interested in making a good experience for the kids. Like she's probably the best one out of the bunch that I've seen.
They were trying really hard, to make it good for the kids.
It feels like a scene out of Breaking Bad. Like,
yeah,
it does. Yeah.
Willy, we need to cook. I don't know, dude.
The Willy
I
Wonka
think-
meth lab.
I feel like it might have been Wang that posted it. He posted like, "You idiot! You were supposed to jump in the picture, like Mario 64 style," because they just had like pictures hanging up on the wall, like poorly printed, low res pictures.
Like on a tarp, a tapestry.
You idiot! You were supposed to jump in the painting.
Oh no.
Yeah, that was wonderful.
This is
Okay.
It's rare we get something
right.
like that where everybody can just like laugh at, you know.
Oh, it's
Yeah,
great.
no,
It's fantastic.
Sort of say outside
Internationally.
before, like we started recording. I'm like, yeah, you know what? It's fun to have a laughing stock that didn't like. It's a Krabby Land moment.
Yeah.
It's a Krabby Land
It
moment.
totally
It's like
is.
this is
It's
just
wholesome
so silly.
for us. Yeah,
It's
it's just
so
a goofy
silly.
thing.
And I just, I hope no one got hurt. And I
Yeah.
like I hope no one got hurt. Doesn't seem like
Yeah.
anyone got hurt.
Beyond
Other than
financially and
people's
emotionally.
wallets.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I think a lot of the parents wanted to beat the shit out of the organizer, but he had bodyguards.
Most
so
likely.
he got out.
Yeah.
Yeah, he had bodyguards,
guy's a piece
dude.
of shit.
He knew this was gonna happen.
He had AI bodyguards, bro.
Well, if he had
Wait, what do
AI
you
bodyguards, he would have got the shit beat out of him then.
What do you mean AI can't physically materialize all the things I need to put on my event? Are you kidding?
What? I have to make the grass talk myself?
Give
That
it a few
dude, I
years,
love
The
that.
way things are going.
I love that part of like, oh, the grass is gonna laugh when you touch it. It's like, what?
Yeah,
What do
I
you
think
mean?
I think the Oompa Loompa girl was giving an interview where she was reading the script and she saw that and she was like, oh, so there must be like sensors in the grass or whatever. Like
Yeah,
when it
yeah,
rustles,
yeah,
it's gonna make a noise. No, it was just bullshit. They just lied. There's nothing there.
No.
Yeah, they just lied. I can't believe somebody
AI
lied.
hallucinating.
You know,
Yeah.
Buster was right
That was Buster.
Gross.
What the fuck you talking about?
from Arthur. Who would do such a
Arthur?
thing?
Oh my
Lie on
God.
the
Who would
internet?
just
that.
lie on the internet?
Oh,
I got
Buster
it.
Bunny.
Oh.
Yeah, put now you have to put the meme up because you didn't get
Yep.
it.
Now, yeah, okay. Laugh at me. I haven't watched Arthur since I was 3 years old. Just kidding. As I'm wearing a goddamn Dragon Tales shirt.
I was
Imagine
gonna
a dragon.
say,
Yeah.
like, bro, you're.
I can't even speak. That's an embarrassing moment. Put that in the highlight channel. That we don't have.
Yes. Lore Hero highlights.
Lore Hero Clips channel.
We're making 20 new channels tomorrow. They're all going to be different niches. It's going to be great.
Yeah,
Lord
we're gonna
Hero
do
sped up.
Lord
Lord
Hero
Hero
20
slowed
different
down.
Lore Hero clips. 20 different Lore Hero clip channels, all ran by us. And it's all going to be the exact same content, but we're going to double dip, triple dip, quadruple dip on the exact same
All
content
for that
and get money
sweet,
for
sweet
it.
AdSense. Pennies.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah, baby. We make so much from that. Let me tell
Oh,
you.
yeah.
Get you a nice McDonald's meal for all the
No, you
AdSense.
can't. No,
You might be able to get a
Not
McChicken.
even.
no.
It's like $3.89
not
for
You know how much
Taco Bell,
McChicken
man.
is, bro?
$3.89.
You know how much McChicken is? Yeah.
Actually,
no way.
that I don't know if it's
No
like
way.
the same price for me. I'm gonna open up my McDonald's app right now and see how much a McChicken is.
I remember
fact,
when
I
McChicken
ordered
was
McDonald's a
$1 when
couple-
I was in high school. It
I
was
ordered
$1.
not even in high school, like 4 years ago, like pre-pandemic. That dollar menu, there was a 1, 2, 3 menu. You could get like a McChicken for $1 and something for $2
What the
and
fuck
for
is
$3.
McDonald's? What
I
is
got
this
that,
shit, man?
I was gonna say I ordered McDonald's like a week ago, and I got that McDonald's sauce, pretty good. But I also used
I like
my,
the BTS sauce better. I did get that the other day. The McDonald's sauce.
the McDonald's sauce is good. The BTS sauce I hardly
is
remember.
Very good.
There
That
was,
shit really good.
A few months ago, there was some other sauce that was really good. Anyways, I ordered these Wick Nuggets, and I have a whole bunch of rewards points that was expiring on my app, so I used some rewards points to get a McChicken, and I didn't even get the McChicken. They didn't give it to me. Like, it wasn't in my
What?
bag, so I wasted
Those-
my rewards points.
This is like institutionalized, but with the
motherfucker.
McChickens. Fucked up.
I know.
Just
All I
wanted
wanted
a
was a McChicken.
give it to me.
You didn't give it to me.
Just a McChicken. It was
Hey, you know,
1,500
I'm the one
points.
that's hungry.
See, but then they have shit like this where it's like, oh yeah, you could get a fucking like 30-cent cheeseburger if you just buy one.
Like a stain
You know,
on your
like
camera or
I think
something?
they know
The heck?
they know that their pricing is scuffed, so it's just like, hey, we really got to push the app, guys, because the most overpowered one is like the 20% off.
Yeah, don't use the big 20%. You got to use all these other small deals that make it sound better than just getting the 20% off your entire order deal.
Dude, I don't even have the 20% off. That usually used to be there.
A McChicken for me, $3.39. I don't know if you can even see that because my text is so tiny.
Oh my god!
$3.39 for a regular ass McChicken.
And they make it look so good on the picture too, and like it's like
and then you get it.
It's like flat fuck Friday sandwich.
Flat fuck Friday.
It really is.
Flat fuck Friday.
Like you open that thing like
a giggle machine today. You guys are just making me laugh all day. What the
It
hell,
is a flat
dude?
fuck Friday sandwich.
Flat fuck Friday.
The mayonnaise is like pouring out.
You right.
Oh man, I haven't had McChicken in a while actually.
A regular double cheeseburger is $4.49.
Bro, inflation's
so
$4.49. Fuck.
Double cheeseburger.
Wait, just a regular double cheeseburger for you is $4.49?
Dude, a McDouble is $3.69.
Bro, it's
Why
more
would you
expensive.
buy McChicken?
You gotta come to You gotta come to Minnesota. $3.69 for a double cheeseburger over here at my location.
$3.69. That cheeseburger's fine.
$3.69.
Cheeseburger and hold the lettuce.
Don't be fronting, son. No seeds on the butt yet. Hey, all right, that's an ancient one for anyone listening. That's ancient. My God. Okay.
I love the old.
Everybody remembers the Big Mac rap. If you know it, you know it. If you remember it, you remember it, bro.
And then that just
how much is a Big Mac now? $6.
That whole
you
thing
remember
evolved.
Carl's Jr. and the $6 burger?
Big dollars. Big Mac costing a big stack. Yuck.
Since we're talking about this, I got this video. I got this video recommended to me a while ago. My Chevy Caprice on 24s and I balling at McDonald's. this dude goes. Yes, I did. It's 15 years old. It's from April of 2008. He goes to the McDonald's drive-thru menu. Yeah, he goes to the drive-thru and he orders one of everything on the menu, and it is surprisingly cheap. It is like no money whatsoever to order one of everything.
Wait,
like, if you can look at the menu and look at these fucking prices, like, we need to go back. We fucked up so hard. Where did we go wrong?
Man, I want to live in a world where I could just go buy an entire dollar menu and feed, like, a community.
Yeah, all for like a 20 bucks, like $20 bill.
Right.
Just toss a 20 and you have food for a week at McDonald's. Yeah, that was funny.
He goes like, you want everything on the dollar menu? Oh, snap. Yo, that's so good.
Man, times were much different. That's for sure. You try to do that today, they'll get mad.
Oh, yeah, they get so pissed. You want
they
what
get
now?
So mad.
Okay.
Dude.
Like, because you'd just be doing it for TikTok now, and you just be like pranking them. It'd be like coning. You know,
I don't like that.
Just one vanilla cone, please.
Bro, if people are doing their job, they're already struggling through on there, not getting paid enough. Fucking don't make their job harder.
That's always bothered me.
Unless you personally know the guy and he's in on the bit.
Yeah,
that is cool.
That's the only time that's like an okay thing.
Yeah.
To do. It's like hey, let's go. I'm gonna go hang out. Shoot a video with my buddy. I'm gonna go.
You guys see the streamer that went into Office Depot and set up his entire streaming setup and started streaming in Office.
Really?
Go fuck yourself. You're a nuisance.
I saw that shit. He went to multiple staples.
The first one kicked him out, and then the next one they let him stay, and the person who was working there is just standing behind him like, I'm a superhero. I let you do it. It's just damn, dude. The state of freaking content creation.
People do anything for a bit of clout. I hate that.
Yeah.
It's wild, dude.
Fucking with the public is just not
a fan.
Ain't it to me, dude?
Not cool. That's an L. The Dexerto tweet was L worker chat was quoting it.
The thing is
not an L worker. L streamer.
There's like a line between where you're like seriously fucking with the public and then you're just kind of fucking with the public like just for a little goof. But like you got to get them in on it first, you know.
Yeah.
You know, and then you know it's like one of those, like that just for laughs type shit. You know, they don't speak they don't speak in any language. It's a discernible language, but it's just a goof, you know, a hidden camera type prank or whatever. And then no one's hurt. It's just a laugh. That's it.
Yeah, that's fairly innocent. And if you're making yourself the butt of the joke, that's cool too.
Even better.
Sure.
But if you're putting regular people out, they're just trying to do their jobs. You're just being a nuisance, and you're ruining. I don't know. Not ruining their day. That might be a bit too far. But you're just making things harder for them when you don't have to. They don't want to deal with your shit.
And before anyone like hears this and goes like, oh, just let the people laugh. It's like, yeah, that's cool and all, but are you gonna remember this in the next couple days?
No.
Yeah, really.
No, this is slop.
That's how I would look at it too. Actually,
it's like that's slop content to me.
Yeah.
So
slop content has its
really,
place, but not this.
I have
there
a
is good
really
slop content,
weird transition from this, but I think it's actually relevant.
Let's go.
So here we go. Actually getting onto something in regards to a rhythm game. Oh my god.
Wow.
No! Here we go. Left turn.
Over half an hour.
you guys seen all the bad score glitches in Fortnite Festival? You see those things that have happened? All right.
Yes,
I can't stand that some people are yelling at the people working on Fortnite Festival about it. This is my transition point here. Yeah, there's glitches that exist, but yelling at them being like, "You guys suck, do better," blah, 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 I don't think that's necessarily the right way to handle it, because I've seen some people in the community doing that. Harassing the devs just because of what is going wrong in the game, not the best call, I feel like. What do you guys think on that?
Agreed. It's never good to harass the devs of a video game you love and enjoy.
This just goes to the simple argument of constructive criticism is different than criticism, right? Like, you can criticize a dev and be like, hey, not gonna lie, really disappointing that like this is a thing. Like, I really hope to see a fix soon. And not say like, oh, fuck the devs, blah blah blah. Like, listen, these people are working as hard as they can. Like, the crunch in game dev is real. Like, we're witnessing a lot of people aren't calling it a crash, but we're witnessing some monumental changes in the gaming industry and people getting laid off.
I think it's a crash.
All the layoffs, yeah.
Dude, the layoffs and stuff is enough for me.
The game dev industry is
I think it's a crash.
Really
I think we're at the very beginning of a crash. I'm gonna call it.
I do too.
It's crashing.
They just gotta release an ET game. Just to, you know.
Yeah, and then maybe just like go to a landfill and just dump it in there.
Bit, like, yeah. But
that'd be so
also
funny.
Forget that people sized up for COVID.
They did, and now they're sizing down again.
You know when COVID was? 4 years ago.
They bloated, and now they're shitting it out. And unfortunately, that's what they're doing. They're shitting it out.
What a way to say that.
Yeah,
that's it. I like that analogy.
It burns.
Metaphor, rather. Yeah, it's
you know, like how
many
games were like released and died within the last 4 years?
A lot.
Not wrong.
Most of them.
Live service games. You know.
He froze.
He froze for half a second for us.
Oh no, Alec.
Oh, sorry.
There he is.
The camera froze for
my shit does that sometimes. Dude, one that comes to mind is that luchador wrestling battle royale Rumbleverse.
Oh yeah,
that was
cool as hell.
Remember hearing about that?
That game was cool as fuck. Lived, died.
Yep.
In like what, 3 years, 2 years?
Lived and died in the same breath.
Lived and died, man. It you know, and there's like I don't know. There's a lot of games that were like that too, maybe before. You know,
do you remember Cliffy B trying to make his own game studio?
I was actually
oh my god,
before
Lawbreakers.
COVID. You guys remember fucking the not Lawbreakers. It was the other one.
The Battle
It was like
Royale.
a game show. It was like a game show, right?
Yeah, I can't even remember the name of it.
The Battle Royale game.
I can't even remember
Radical
the name.
Heights. Radical Heights. It's in my
that
Steam.
was so
Yeah,
fun.
it's in my
I
Steam
really liked
library
that game. I really liked that game.
No
It
shot,
was so
you liked
fun.
that game.
I really
Really?
liked it. Yeah, I did. It was fun. I mean, I didn't like it. Like, it wasn't gonna beat PUBG anytime soon because I was still when PUBG was king, and probably
That's when
Fortnite was still on the rise.
got really popular, and then it was like, yeah, this is the Gears of War guy. He's making his own battle royale, and we're like,
I really liked Radical Heights. I gotta go. It's still on your Steam. Is it still in the Steam library? Did it get removed?
Mine
it's still
is
there.
still in there. Hold
It's
on.
stimore there.
Mine is still definitely there. Yeah.
Oh, I thought I had way
Aren't
more
the servers
playtime than I
down,
did.
though?
I have 4 hours of playtime. Yeah, you can't play it anymore.
Yeah.
I was just looking at my playtime. That was sick.
Dude.
That was sick as fuck. I loved the direction of it, just over the top, campy, like 90s everything.
Right.
And you could ride
your bikes around and do
I
little
think it had like
BMX
a
shit.
cool little vibe to it, but it was just like saturated so much.
Yeah,
battle royale being.
it was never gonna do anything. I feel like they just shit this.
Saturated.
They shit it out in 3 months, is what happened.
They really did. Really
Unfortunate.
Did. But yeah, it's so fun.
Bummer.
But yeah, going back to the Fortnite.
I have 45
score
minutes
bugs.
played on this shit.
Damn.
45 minutes.
I got about 10 times as much as you, buddy.
All right, bro.
I have a couple
He's a
dubs.
Biggest Radical
real
Heights
gamer.
fan in the call right now.
Yeah, for sure. I got a
All
couple
facts.
dubs in that game.
No.
A couple dubskis.
Anyway, but yeah, no, what were we talking about?
Yeah,
Fortnite.
Festival,
Scoring bug.
Yeah.
crunching, and yeah, we're going back to the scoring of it
Yeah,
all.
Jason said on the episode we did before season 2 came out that he was hoping for some sort of cool new tech to come with the update.
That's not what I meant.
And so why did you do this to us?
No,
Why did you
no,
do
no,
this?
no.
We got
No.
the monkey paw curls
Bad.
once again.
Hey, so the thing that sucks for anybody who doesn't know what's going on here, in season 1, the leaderboards were kind of screwed up because of something that we couldn't control. It was people would disconnect and then their scores would go to the wrong leaderboard, and that was nothing that the player was doing themselves. It's just
completely accidental.
backside. That sucks. This season, the difference is it's completely intentional. You have to choose to do this. You have to figure out how to do it yourself and then do it.
You could do it accidentally, but
Yeah, I will. True.
But the people who are on the top leaderboards are doing it on purpose. No
course.
shame to them, because they've already come out and said, they being Epic Games, that they know what exists. They're going to work on a fix. However, it doesn't seem like they're going to wipe the leaderboards again until season 3. So the
which is a
leaderboards,
bummer.
that's a big bummer to me.
And
Yeah.
now here's the thing. When this game is only not even 3 months old, it's not even a 3-month old game yet.
Almost getting close.
Almost,
Close.
yeah.
Yeah.
Any fans of Fortnite Battle Royale remember a little tactic called double pumping?
Ooh.
I think even JP remembers what double pumping is.
I do.
That's how old that shit is.
I think I played with a double pump way back in the day. That was probably like my first introduction to Fortnite when that was still
and
meta.
Now this is where I can say that although it's exploitative, it's something that requires player input, requires execution,
Yeah.
and is beneficial because of that. And is it still in the game? Fuck no. They took that out the next season.
True.
Now what's the difference between the double pump that I'm talking about here and these exploits that we're talking about in Fortnite Festival Season 2? Well, it still requires execution, and it is beneficial to the player, and it's definitely gonna get removed next season.
Ooh.
And now I think that that double overdrive exploit and the note duplication exploit, it having to be a quick
that kind of work in tandem with each other
execution.
at times.
Yeah,
Yeah.
they work in tandem with each other. It's just, I think it has to do with getting the overdrive from a chord. It makes it count as like 2 overdrives because you can activate with only 1 overdrive, right? And then the note duplication is just like, hey, it's getting hit. Oh,
Oh,
it's
you hit
getting
it
hit.
Here's
It's
more
getting
points.
hit again.
Yeah,
It's just
so when
getting
you
hit
activate overdrive,
again.
it hits notes for you. But if you fret the same note, if you push the same buttons that are being auto hit by the overdrive, it counts that input as well. So it duplicates the notes.
And you'll see this on the results screen.
We'll have Worst Averages short playing while we're talking about this.
Yeah,
if you go to the results screen after, it will show more notes than what's in the song, which is super effed up.
Yeah, like the note count isn't fixed. The note count increases with how many extra notes you duplicated. So even if you see the more stats screen,
bizarre.
well, actually,
It's bizarre.
that's actually a good thing, because if you look at the more stats screen, you can see that there's more notes than there actually are in the song. So you can tell how many notes were duped, how many extra points they got from that. I mean, if you want to go,
Crazy.
if you want to go Sherlock Holmes on this shit.
So that's why I think it's like that. It's like kind of like this season's double pump, and maybe it was a little bit easier for someone to find a second shotgun and then just go click, 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 And before we even started recording the episode, we were saying that, hey, people who get used to these types of exploits, it's gonna fuck with them later. Because then they're gonna try and do it in another season, and it's not gonna be beneficial to them anymore.
Because this
Correct.
entirely changes the game with squeezing, right? Every
does,
pass
right?
that you had before, gone, irrelevant, because now you get double the overdrive if it ends on a chord. So you have to change to do that.
This is our fun little festival meta where, we're going to look back on this in a couple of seasons and be like, oh yeah, remember you'd be able to activate after a chord and it would duplicate the note?
That
You know
was the
how
goofy
scuffed that
season.
sounds? That
Yeah.
was the goofy season.
When we go back and look at the
Goofy-ass
seasonal
season.
leaderboards from season 1,
And now we have bomb notes.
If you want to go for top scores right now, you're going to have to adjust and learn the new double pump,
That's what
right?
people are doing,
That's it. If you want
you
top
gotta learn
scores
the
in
new meta.
season 2, but here's what I would recommend if you're not going for top scores. Now's the perfect time to lock in your calibration, right?
Yeah.
Get good calibration because focus on hitting perfect notes. That's going to help you in the future no matter what, right?
Yeah, hitting perfects is always going to be a perfect. It's always going to be the way to objectively get a good score.
Yes, right. It's more important than pathing, in my opinion.
It's more important than pathing.
Well, rather squeezing. Pathing is important. Squeezing is less important.
Pathing is important. Squeezing is less
True.
important. Exactly.
Unless it's competitive and you're playing against someone who's really, really good. But the thing is, that's not in the game yet, right? Get better yourself right now. Like, don't worry as much about comparing yourself to others. Oh my God, it's the rhythm gaming trope. Don't compare yourself to others. Have fun yourself. And if you just focus on that, you'll get better.
Holy shit. It's true. But it's true.
Whoa.
Bang.
Crazy.
Boom.
Yeah,
drop.
There's sort of fancy sound effects here. I don't know.
I will not be doing that.
I don't know. Was that an air horn or a walrus? What did I just do?
Yeah, sounded like a walrus to me. That was a seal. All right, that's probably enough of the festival stuff. Hey, but we got a bigger thing that might have happened in our little community.
Are we talking Rock Band?
Might be talking Rock Band. Yeah, you ever hear about the top 100 list for the hardest guitar songs in Rock Band?
Why no?
Hey, wait a second.
Enlighten me.
What is this that you're talking about? Tell me more.
If you go to our chat where we have all of our links posted for discussion in this episode, I just reposted this link of the community's what has been decided as the 100 hardest songs in the Rock Band series.
I'm sorry.
I'm sorry.
Forum post was made in January of 2011.
Yeah.
Does this say that the top song on this list is un-FC'd? I feel like that's outdated information.
I think that
Wait,
might be
it's
outdated.
wrong because Steph FC'd it.
What?
The only FC
Hourglass
in the world.
Paroxysm.
And now that he FC'd it, more people are going to FC it, which is great.
Maybe. What else?
That's Bong of Destiny, right? The BOD.
BOD?
Is that him?
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure that's him. I was gonna say he probably caught wind of it. He's probably gonna.
Oh no, he knows. He was in the premiere. He was in the premiere chat. Yeah.
No, I thought so.
He probably just forgot to update the thread. Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know who's looking at this other than people.
Dude, I like how so many of these are FC'd by either Will or George. It's the two Brits. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, dude, and then Alf, bro.
Yeah.
Oh wow.
Also a beast. But yeah, no, I mean, one of these days we're gonna go take a deep dive into this, but I feel like I want to take a couple of hand picks out and just kind of talking about them. And there's gonna be some familiar like song titles in here that people are probably curious about too, and how different they are from like the Guitar Hero counterparts, and why is this on the top 100? Now, if you don't know already, you know the Rock Band games, the timing window for the game very much reflects. If you've ever played Guitar Hero 2, or if you've ever played, I think Guitar Hero 2 is like probably the closest that it can get to it. But Rock Band has a very distinct timing window. It very much is a rhythm game. God forbid, a rhythm game. You have to actually rely on rhythm and timing to hit notes.
Oh, you know what? This thread hasn't been updated in a while because Death in General is still listed as un-FC'd.
Oh, wow. For real?
Yeah.
That has 2 FCs.
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
that was like a year ago.
That was more than a year ago, I think.
I was gonna say Borealis got it, and then
Ace got
Zero got it.
Or no, Zero got it, or no? Did Ace not get
it? Did Zero and Ace get it? I guess there is 3 FCs.
Maybe I'm wrong. You're right. Maybe I'm wrong. I might be wrong.
I don't know if there's one more FC of it too. There may have been, but I might be wrong. But yeah, like the game's timing window, it's notoriously known as, just the toughest 5-fret game, specifically Rock Band 3, because of the dynamic timing window.
It seems worse than any other one. Like it seems more punishing than other Rock Band.
Yeah, severely punishing.
It's just a mystery how the game works. But like basically think about what's the right way to really go about this? Think about like fast quad zigs or whatever. How easy that would be to hit on like Clone Hero or whatever. On Rock Band, it probably would miss if you looked at it wrong. If you looked at it just a little bit wrong, you're playing those quad zigs at say like 120 BPM. Like maybe like Satch Boogie Solo F type shit. Maybe. If you looked at it wrong, Rock Band will make you miss.
Same with
Rock Band. Rock Band 4, they're a little bit more lenient with, but Rock Band 3,
yes,
Rock
dude,
Band 3 is
Trills as well. Trills, you look at Trills wrong, they will not work at all.
Yeah, that game doesn't like trills for some reason.
It really doesn't. You have to hit trills like late, and then you have to transition to making it earlier and earlier.
Yeah,
like
you really do.
You have to start late and then work your way up. Like you have to like outpace
You know how
it.
like you know how usually you would hit notes at the strike line. It's almost preferred on Rock Band 3 that you hit them slightly past the strike line.
Yeah.
Because that's where the timing window is a little bit more forgiving.
Well, it depends on your calibration too.
It also depends on the calibration, but I also don't fucking believe in the calibration for Rock Band 3.
I mean, if we want to, if we want to get like conspiracy, if we want to get like conspiracy theorist level, we could talk about Title Update 4 and Title Update 5 and like what the hell happened to the calibration between those two title updates.
Calibration is different.
It's different.
And I don't even get me started on the fact that practice mode and quick play are different engines.
Yes,
they're
fucking
different.
They're different engines. Oh, you want to know something else fucked up? Practice mode hyperspeed is slightly faster than quick play hyperspeed.
It is. I didn't know that.
Yeah,
by the smallest amount. I got to bring that up to the Milo Hacks guys and be like, hey,
can you fix
maybe
that?
You guys know about this. I know that they definitely fix it by making the note speed be like the exact same. But if you go on a vanilla version of Rock Band 3, you go to practice mode and you have hyperspeed on. By the way, they didn't add hyperspeed to practice mode until Title Update 4.
True, yeah, it wasn't in the game. That wasn't in the game by default.
That was not in the game. You could not use hyperspeed in practice mode.
And I think you could only go to 70%. You couldn't go to 50%.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, they changed that. That was definitely a thing. They actually changed that with the when they moved over to Beatles and Green Day, because that was like the new version of the engine that they were using. So I believe it only went down to 70, but I might be wrong.
Yeah, Beatles and Green Day are like Rock Band 2.5, or like 2.75 kind of.
Guys, I need to ask your predictions right now. Will we ever see a practice mode in Fortnite Festival? And if we do, will it have the similar jank?
I hope so.
Not the jank. It's really
dude,
weird.
you talking about jank? You
Yes.
didn't see the shit the jank and stuff that's going on with Fortnite Festival scoring? Of course it's going to be jank.
So
sorry, JP, go for it.
What we have to ask ourselves, what I would say is, if we do get practice mode, do we all agree that you will only be able to practice songs that you own?
Yes.
Yes.
100%.
Yes.
Well,
okay.
Maybe probably the ones that are in the daily rotation too. I would
daily
think.
rotations, maybe. Yeah.
They will
I would
have
say
to have
DLC.
practice mode for
I
daily
don't know.
rotation.
I actually don't know.
They
because
will have to do that, or else.
What
people
would be the
will
motivation?
Mad. I will be mad.
Why
if
couldn't
they
you?
don't do that?
I just.
Well,
think
I mean, I
we
guess
just
it'd be an
like a
incentive
live-
to purchase it.
Well, it's because we don't actually own this shit. That's my concern. You know what I mean? So, like, I don't know if that goes against any, like, of their streaming agreements or anything like that, because that's really what it would come down to, is, like, where are you allowed to stream this gameplay? You know? Because if you're practicing a section, you're not actually streaming the whole song. It's not going to count as a stream. You know?
True.
Or at least I don't think of
that.
that.
Ooh.
That's a good point. Maybe we'll never get a practice mode.
That's my concern, because this is way different. This is a way different
Never did with
licensing
Guitar Your
than we're
Live.
used to. Yeah.
Here's my
That was
question.
We Guitar Your Live.
Hey, hold on. Are there sections in the plastic guitar charts in the files right now?
Yes.
Let me go. Yeah, I was gonna say.
Ooh.
Oh, there are
I believe
sections?
So
I think there are.
I mean, okay, just me being a charter, I would go insane if I didn't have if I didn't have sections to like.
I feel like they're
around,
just
like...
following protocol, and they're just.
No, they
like,
probably
yeah,
are.
We'll just...
Yeah, they probably.
It's
are.
just like, yeah, let's just chart it like we would. It's just a section marker is a section marker. I think
Yes.
it's probably just like a, hey, we're gonna do this because
Verse, chorus, bridge, solo,
verse, chorus, bridge, solo,
pre-chorus,
chorus. Yeah, there you go.
fucking
Yeah.
interlude, hook. Like now we're getting a little more complicated.
Hook.
Well, and then Rock. Oh, wait. Okay, Rock Band 3 had like fucking what's it called? Stock sections, right? Like
Sure.
you would choose from a list of sections that were available
Yeah.
in Rock Band 3 to name stuff, right?
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yep.
So
correct.
that's another thing to consider, is like, what if they go back to that? Because I think they did the same thing in Rock Band 4. Harmonix was never super, after Guitar Hero 2, they were never super into like the whole convention of like the way the Neversoft did it, where like fucking Fury of the Storm has a section called OMGWTFBBQ question mark. Like
Yeah.
Harmonix
A
would
few of
never
them.
do something like that nowadays, or back then.
No.
Never. You know?
They took themselves more seriously.
They do, like Victory Solo, Devil Solo, What the, like, you know, Neversoft got a lot more creative.
San Francisco Bridge, 1989. You know, it's just crazy.
Yes.
You know,
there's no references in there. Guitar Hero guys did.
Yeah,
and
those references
they were,
dude. Those Master of Puppets ones are in the fucking GH3 chart too.
Yeah,
those are in the sections,
which I think is pretty cool. I like that. It's endearing.
Yeah, no, I think that's awesome. But yeah, Harmonix has got.
And I think they also realized that Harmonix's difficulty. I think they kind of did like an assembly line when it came to just kind of charting.
They did.
They just had take these tools. You're not allowed to change them. It's what works. Go ahead and chart. Like, that's just the way that I see it, you know. And also, it helped with Rock Band Network. Because if you went into Rock Band Network, and imagine the people that were just going to make some vulgar-ass section name. You know what I mean?
True. Yeah, you can't do that. Well, beforehand, there was no section names. It was 10% to 20%. Or
could you imagine?
It was like 5%
could you imagine
to 10%,
that one Rock Band Network
15 to
incel song with section names, bro?
Oh man, yes. Oh my god. Yeah, dude. I always like as a kid.
That song deserves its own video. I don't care. That song deserves like its own video. I could not believe what I was hearing.
Are we talking about Fat Kid or are we talking about a different one?
No, we're talking about
song?
the butt. Well, okay. I was saying the buddy disease.
I'm not even familiar with that.
That song has like less than 100 views on YouTube, but my chat and I found it because I had the whole Rock Band Network on my Xbox, and I was like, "What's this song? Oh, the buddy disease." And we're listening to the lyrics, and we're like, "Oh, this guy's an incel." Oh no!
Imagine
God!
Realizing that live on stream. Oh my god, he's an incel.
But yeah, I think honestly, but like more reputable. Fat Kid does deserve its own like sort of history. I want to know, and I want to unearth earlier versions of Fat Kid. That is like the most famously bad charts to ever be sold for money.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I gave them $1. I gave them $1.
These lyrics.
Yeah, you're looking at the Buddy Disease lyrics.
Yes.
Yeah, man.
What is this?
You could sing
Fred
that all
and Julie hang out at the mall. And then she calls. Whenever Julie's dumped, old Fred's the first one she calls. Every time this happens, Fred thinks this is his chance. Then another guy comes round and gets into Julie's pants.
Yeah.
Poor Julie.
This is Incel Central.
We're like listening to this song, and I was like, they put this in Rock Band.
Oh no.
Yeah. I just thought it was funny.
Yeah,
this is that will never end up in Fortnite. Take one.
I'm reading through more of this. She says,
so
"Why
funny,
can't I meet any other guys like you?"
Damn.
No.
He doesn't say this, but he's definitely thinking, "Well, I'm a guy like me. Say yes."
I'm a guy like me,
dude. You know what I just remembered about Rock Band Network is the fact you could download demos of the songs. Demos.
I never wanted that.
Yeah. That's like,
oh my god!
I did that for like
1 minute of the song.
I don't remember that. I don't remember that at all.
And then it would fail you out and say, purchase the full track or quit.
Yep.
Yeah.
No shot.
Dude, you could try out songs. Yeah, the amount of people that probably tried the intro to Mordecai on drums, bro.
Dude, fucking, I remember buying Mordecai and I was like, this is impossible. Like,
yeah.
And then that what's it called? That REO Speedwagon song that had insane drums.
Oh no, I don't know what you're talking about. No, I was thinking Children of Nova, not REO Speedwagon.
No, it was like something Operation, like Born to Bleed or some shit like that.
Oh, not REO Speedwagon. That's RX Bandits.
Oh, RX Bandits. I got the R correct. I got the R
REO Speedwagon. They seem too highbrow for
I got the R correct, all right? Yeah.
REO Speedwagon drums? Damn, what song are we talking about, bro? Shit.
RX Bandits is one of those bands I wish we saw more charts for, man.
Yeah, that'd be awesome.
I know, they only got charts in Rock Band Network. Only one song on Rock Band Network.
They had a Guitar Hero one.
And then Guitar Hero Warriors of Rock.
Yeah.
They had
another Parsec.
Only another Parsec.
Another Parsec. Yes.
Yeah.
The song is so good.
I was playing Warriors of Rock because RazQ visited last night, and I was playing Warriors of Rock, and dude, I was playing that shit at 120 FPS on our PCS3. I was playing Scatterbrain by Jeff Beck, and I was just like, this feels like GH3 PC. Like, I don't know how I feel about this. Like, the whammy effects were fucked up too. Like at 120.
Bro, you know what I was playing yesterday? I played Fast GH3.
Hey, let's go. Were you playing the Friends of Fire theme, bro?
Yeah, I was. Well, I didn't do that. I was just playing the Bleeding Edge build. I think there's a build on like the 24th that came out. And my God, man, that is just It is the most. It's the best way to experience Guitar Hero 3 on PC, and I fucking hate it for it because I know, like, as soon as you play it, you're like, damn, this feels just like the game, but something is not right.
Sure.
I mean, like, it's like if Guitar Hero 3 PC was optimized. You know how we always bitched about, like, the fast, like, animations and stuff? That's all gone. It looks like it's refreshing at the right speed, at the right frame rate, which is crazy.
It feels uncanny, right?
It's uncanny. That's the best way to explain it. It's not only just the
you feel that way because
whammy.
you spent so many hours playing the shitty version, and now it's better. So it's like, this is not how I remember this. It's way different. I mean, it's almost like the Rock Band Deluxe games, but in reverse. Yeah. Right? Like, you weren't playing a shitty Rock Band 2, but now it's just better. But before you were playing a shitty Guitar Hero 3, and now it's better. So it feels different.
Yeah. In every sense of the word, like, Fast GH3 is so much of a deluxe. Like, it's so impressive how well Fast GH3 works.
Yeah, Donnikin's done a good job.
I'm sitting there playing it, I'm like, oh my god. And what if we had this in 2016?
It would have been different, man. It would have
been life changing.
Yeah.
Universe changing for the rhythm side of things.
Jason, if you never, I'll probably just link it in here. It is the craziest thing ever. You just
I've used it. Yeah.
You go
it's
to
crazy.
Song folder. You just select a MIDI and like that's
it's insane.
It's
insane.
Unreal how much it's even been developed since the last time I tried it. To be honest, I've seen clips. I have not tried it in the last few months, but looking at the development, goddamn, dude.
I saw this tweet the other day from FastGH3 on Twitter. It was,
what
game
God.
Is this? And it's a video of what looks almost exactly like Rock Band 1. It's using a Rock Band 1 video background. It has Rock Band 1 notes.
It looks really good,
strike
too.
line,
like,
everything.
All
it looks,
bro, listen.
If you didn't notice some small things, it's like you would never expect that to be a Guitar Hero 3 on PC.
This is very specifically the Rock Band 1 on PS2.
Yes, PS2 Rock Band 1.
The PS2 Rock Band 1.
I feel like it's going to be very hard to tell what game someone's playing soon.
Yeah, with the shit like this?
Oh, definitely.
Yeah.
Definitely. Which is why I'm happy like games like Yarg have all the features that they do have. All original art. All of that is just, none of it is like stolen from other games or ported from other games really. But it's it is really tough. And with JP making deepfakes, deepfakes on TikTok. I want to make
one.
Are so good.
I want to make one of Fury of the Storm today. When Raz was here, I was showing him like the whole like editing process. Just like because it's like, what's it called? It was me, so like me trying to find my niche and everything, right? Because like I don't enjoy going for FCs and stuff, and like Jason has become kind of like the news and information guy. Alec is just posting his runs as he always has. Jake is posting more of like comprehensive compendium, all 4 charts of a new song. And it's like, I was like, well, I don't know what to do. And I was like, I'm just going to make bullshit instead. And like, it works. I'm just gonna make bullshit.
It works surprisingly well for a long time.
Yeah, and it's kind of died down.
It comes in waves.
That's why I got it. That's why I want to try Fury of the Storm today, because I think Fury of the Storm could grab people, like just hearing like the
speaking of Fury of the Storm, I'm sorry.
Yeah, go for it.
Baberly 2 is streaming currently as we're recording.
Oh, is he really?
He's grinding for
Ben?
I would really like
for Fury of the Storm.
I really want
He's on
Ben,
an FC right now.
I really want
he's
on
solo.
an FC right now. Wait.
Oh, ready? He missed. He missed.
No, right now.
He missed. He missed as soon as he said that. You cast
the curtain. Oh, man.
At the end of the solo.
At least he didn't miss in solo I.
Yeah.
He's streaming right now.
Pre-choke?
We getting this damn FC today. Did he hit? No, he
Oh
reverse
my
choked.
god,
He
no.
hit.
That sucks.
Yo.
No.
I feel that. I see the shaking. I feel that, Ben.
Dude, like that's like the end. That's the last thing you need to do for that FC. That's it.
Holy shit! You got this at the absolute perfect time.
Damn.
Ben, there's notes. She says.
Dude.
I
would really like to see Ben, for example, come to off season. I would like to see him compete.
Oh, that hurts.
I would love that. I want the old heads. I really want the old heads to get involved. So badly.
Yeah.
I reverse choked.
Man, that is a painful. That's a painful one right there,
awful.
dude. That's so funny.
I love how it just happened right as we were watching.
It just happened.
I'm gonna have to go back and like screen record that section of the stream so I can put it up on the screen for us so people can watch it.
He usually publishes the
shout
VOD,
out
so
to Ben.
Yeah, shout out to Beverly too.
Hey, you got Shadow Play going, bro?
Bro, FC Jordan when he was in the
not for that monitor.
Fuck.
Bro was an embryo and he got Pscyhobilly Freakout. My God.
That was one of my favorite videos as a kid, before I even made my YouTube channel.
Yeah, the Pscyhobilly Freakout video was great. I love
behind
that
his
one.
head and everything.
And then Jordan, I mean, and his score for Jordan at the time was really good too. You know, like
I dare say that the old Baburly Pscyhobilly video is one of the most iconic old school Guitar Hero videos.
Yes, it is
for sure
because it has his like custom.
Dude, I watched that video so I
guitar,
could learn how to pass it, dude.
Yeah.
I had to watch that video. Learn how to
because
pass it,
dude, the chords. Yep.
Yeah.
That was the hardest part of the song.
That's how I got good at that, and that's how I was able to do the Before I Forget bridge eventually.
Dude, of course, Drew is watching it in the chat right now. Why am I not?
Well, yeah, that's so funny.
It's so good.
Somebody in the chat said, "Oh shit, you got Goats, JP, and GH Rocks in here." Ha! Alec and JP didn't get it.
Don't matter.
And Jason didn't get it. Yeah.
Dude, I think this YouTube channel, my main YouTube channel, is shadow banned from live streams. I think.
Really?
I
saw your message.
Did they actually?
I saw it.
I saw your message and Jason's message.
They used to never pop up. My channel used to never pop up in chats.
It
was crazy. I used to just go on my second channel to go chat.
Man, well, why'd you get cyberbanned, Alec? Are you bullying young streamers?
Yes.
Probably when I was like 13. I don't know.
Dude, bro's playing on like a stock 360 Les Paul. Like, can we talk about that?
That's pretty ballsy, dude.
Like,
hey,
that's
bro,
just
when I had to FC Flames smash hits, I was using an unmodified kiosk guitar. I had to do it. I just had to do it because the mech fret guitar I was using was disconnecting.
Yeah, I remember that. Yeah.
And like I hit what the on smash hits, and the guitar disconnected. I'm like, I can't do this anymore. I can't do this anymore.
I remember that. Yeah, you pulled up the wired guitar for that.
It was so bad.
That sucked, dude.
I got most of my full series of FC done without mech frets. I think I got my Through the Fire and Flames SH done with mech frets, but it was a shitty mech fret that I made myself, and it wasn't that good. But it was still better than stock with like rubber domes, but it wasn't great. But everything else I think was done with rubber, silicone.
Yeah. I was gonna say like there is a way to have like good silicone on these types of guitars.
For sure.
Cutting it is not the way.
It is the way for a bit.
For a bit, and then it just becomes
it wears
shit.
out and gets shitty.
You got to use Kramer silicone on a 360 Les Paul. It's better than the blue pads. The blue pads are fucking trash, man. Yeah.
The blue pads inside. They're so fucking bad.
The Kramer pads are really good. Yeah, like Drew has a Kramer pad and he loves it. So
I know nothing about this stuff, like putting the guitars together, and I just remember playing Raining Blood so many times that for some reason my blue button stopped working, and I opened it up and there was a hole in the pad.
Yeah, it ripped. Yeah.
Oh my god! What?
Dude, that happens.
Just from playing.
Orange Chat sent me his
just from tapping the blue.
You played a lot.
That's wild.
Yeah.
You played a lot. Holy fuck.
Yeah. I remember that shit.
That's what happened to one of my Explorers. Actually, I want to say that the yellow fret was like a lot more sensitive than all the others, and then one day it just kept getting stuck, and I'm like, what
broke
happened?
through.
I opened it up, and the fucking pad fell out, like the middle of it fell out. I was like, oh my god, it's dead. It's so dead.
Drove it to the wheel shell off.
And that's when I found out about like, the silicone inside of the guitars, and that's when I was talking to Jeremy, J Durand, and he was just like, I take the silicone out and I boil it in hot water.
He boils it. I did that too, man.
He boiled it for 10 minutes and it worked. It was actually really good.
I
never boiled my silicone.
In his defense, that is something that they do in like the retro console modding community as well. So
wow. Do they really?
And the GameCube,
so there's some actual
GameCube as well. Yeah.
That's cool.
So it's not entirely placebo. Does it? What's it actually do?
It's not placebo.
No, it's not placebo.
Like, it felt good.
It loosens it up or something.
I didn't think that it didn't work. I was just like, this is interesting. I'll just do it.
Yeah, Jeremy was like, you need to boil it for 10 minutes and then put it back in and start spamming on it immediately.
Yeah. That was it.
Get the rubber used to some movements before it fully cools.
Well, back then it wasn't called spamming. I'm not going to say what it was called. It was something else.
Yeah, true.
Yeah.
But what me and Megapeng did, we got on Phase Shift Online and played Tammy's song. That's what we did.
God.
We were like,
Yes,
what's the best way to get all the frets going? We're just like, let's play Tammy's song.
One of my favorite videos by you to this day still is like the 7-player Phase Shift video. That shit is so funny.
I hope we can make that again one day with
that would be
with a bunch
awesome.
of people.
Because
That
that
would be-
that video was great.
I googled this. It says boil water on stove and gently place rubber membranes into boiling water. Let them sit for 45 seconds to a minute. This will help them firm up and reduce a mushy feeling.
Interesting.
I have a guitar that has some really mushy frets. I almost want to try this just to see if it works.
Do you want to do the experiment?
You gotta
try it out.
I kind of want to do it.
You should make a TikTok about this,
dude. That's a TikTok.
I could.
I want to see it.
You really could. Do your Guitar Hero buttons feel mushy? I'm gonna try an experiment today where I put this guitar in boiling water.
I'm gonna slather some ketchup on the frets and see if that fixes it.
No,
I'm gonna lick the frets.
Okay, so with an intro like that, what you have to do is
I'm gonna slather a whole bunch of Vaseline on the frets and never clean it.
You have to have the
You're talking about your frets, right?
Yes.
Okay.
You have to have the camera like immediately like panned over the pot and then toss the silicone and then be like, you're probably wondering what I'm doing. You know, or something like that.
No.
I'm making I'm gonna boil some noodles. I'm gonna throw that in there as well.
No, do you have a dead guitar? Just throw the whole guitar in there.
I don't have a pot big enough for
that,
brother.
that big?
Just the neck. Just the neck.
Okay, you take the bottled water outside, you put it in the grass, and you film throwing the guitar into it and the pot falling over.
Actually,
that's so funny.
I could do that with the neck. I could get a big boiling pot of water, just put the neck in there, fret side down, and say, "Yeah, I'm doing an experiment, guys. I'm going to see if this works." And then I like put a clip of me doing some sort of random hard section that's completely irrelevant on a different guitar. Even it's like it worked
with different frets, dude.
Yeah,
nah, don't do
it worked.
This is so fucked.
Yeah, that probably wouldn't work as well.
These frets help me get better at Fortnite Festival.
And you can do this too. Oh, you guys aren't using a guitar? Just put your PS5 controller in a boiling water.
Man, my brain's starting to hurt. Can you actually like throw your PS5 controller in a pot of boiling water?
Throw the controller
and a
thing of noodles in there. And a thing of noodles in there. Microplastics.
I think this is the most I've ever laughed in a Lore Hero recording. Thanks.
This is a good one.
Appreciate it. This has
been
enjoyable.
I do want to get back to the. I want to get back to the Hourglass FC because I think Steph does deserve
we definitely
yes.
Yeah.
Shout out Steph. Seriously.
12 years. Almost 12 years of it being done. Who was the first to get all of Solo 3? Was it?
I would guess Chris.
Yeah, it might have been Chris. Yeah.
Was it Chris?
It'd be my guess, but I don't know.
Didn't Borealis get first gold stars, or did Chris do that too?
Borealis got the first ever Solo 3, full Solo 3. Borealis also got first ever gold stars in a Solo 2 FC and a run, which is still okay. Let's back up for a second. So why is it 1 and 2 parts? Well, Hourglass is actually a full song. You can actually go find it on Spotify, I believe, if he repaid to the distro to stay up on Spotify. Hold on. Hourglass Paroxysm. Paroxysm. It's one song it's the album, and it's the title track of the oh no, it's not a title track. Sorry. So my bad. The album is The Thief in the Night Part 2. But the song is the 7th track on the album called the Hourglass Paroxysm. And it's 12 minutes and 41 seconds. Rock Band Network has a limit of 10 minutes for a song.
Yes.
And so what did this motherfucker do?
He split it up.
No, he did not split it into 2 parts, 6 minutes, 6 minutes. Nope. This motherfucker did 2 minutes and 41 seconds and then 10 minutes for part 2. Okay? He very easily could have made it so that that the whole song starts at Solo 2 and then ends. This would have been FC'd in 2016.
No,
2017.
No, I don't know about that. I mean, it is hard because of the length, but it's also just a really fucking hard section.
When did OGAP get FC'd? When did OGAP get FC'd?
I don't even remember.
It doesn't say the date.
2017?
I want to say that was like 17 or 18.
Yeah,
Will would have done it.
I think Will would have done it.
Yeah, you're probably right. You're probably right.
He would have done it. He would have gone out of his way to do it.
It was 6 years ago.
But unfortunately,
18
unfortunately, what this guy did, shout out to Chaotrope, Jay Cunningham, all right? And he he does the first 2 minutes and 41 seconds of Hourglass, and just makes that part 1. That's it. It's a walk in the park.
Yo, mega dick vibes. Honestly,
it is an
real shit.
Easy FC. I could give you the chart right now if you're like a proficient player. Not proficient. If you're like kind of good at the game, then you'd be like, oh yeah, here you go. You FC'd Hourglass Part 1. Awesome. Good job. And then you would play Hourglass Part 2, and then you realize why it took over a decade for it to get FC'd. And now what Steph did here is that he's been working on it. I think when I started working on it, Steph picked it up probably a month after I started working on it. And I stopped going for it because it was driving me insane.
As it would, because the song is mostly nothing.
The song is mostly nothing, and then you missed some bullshit, like I was saying earlier, about the engine. About
everything in this song
engine.
That's really difficult, that's going to screw you up, is what, 7 minutes deep?
Yeah, like 6, 7, 8 minutes.
6, 7 minutes deep?
No, okay, so like
there's a solo
2,
like halfway through pretty much, but...
So Solo 2 is about 3 minutes in, and that's already like 3 minutes in. That solo sucks. It sucks. It truly sucks. And it's like the biggest hurdle to get to the real shit.
Yeah.
Like I'm talking like laser eyes real shit.
Yeah.
And that solo is fucked up. It is fucked up. Solo 3 is one of the hardest solos to ever grace Rock Band 3.
Not even just because of like how fast it is, but it's the ghosts is the big thing, I think.
Yes.
As somebody who can't do this shit even in his dreams, it looks like a ghosting nightmare with all the patterns.
You have so much that you have to do precise.
Yes.
Even if you were playing this on Clone Hero, you would probably do a panic spam at least a couple of times, or
Guaranteed.
you would be ghosting. You would be ghosting at some point that Rock Band 3 wouldn't allow you to. And it gets into the realm of ghosting where I think the criticism is valid for like no ghosting or whatever. That type of shit is just not fun on Rock Band. But I also found out, so there's a gigantic sweep at the end of Solo 3. There's an intended method for that. That includes you going like this with using both 4 fingers on both hands.
We got an 8-finger method.
Yeah.
My favorite.
You have to go like that.
Yeah. Because that's the only way you can viably hit it.
It starts with a three-finger method like this, and then it turns into this spider crawl of a pattern.
Yeah, like that's insane.
And I was told that by Chaotrope himself. He's like, yep, that was the intended method. And Steph absolutely didn't use that intended method. He had something
Bro can FC that one-handed.
Yeah.
He didn't do it in the run, but he did a video showing that he can FC the end of that thing one-handed. So
I'd like to call out one thing that made me just eyes pop out of my head about this FC from Steph, which was they said during the stream, this is their longest FC ever, right? So playing customs, it's a different skill because I think most of us in this call, at least Alec and myself, I don't know about Jake, if you guys have like longer than 10-minute FCs. I forget that on console, that's just not as that's not as common, right?
No,
nope.
So
do you feel like we do?
People,
it's 14.
Oh, yeah, man, that's I mean, one of the only.
There's the Suicide Redemptions from Death Magnetic.
Yep.
Oh,
I'm blanking on other ones. There's not many.
Yeah, it's one of those things that I forget from playing customs for so long and being so in the Clone Hero, the ARC side for so many years, that's just not as common for people who aren't doing the more custom stuff that want to be going for more real hardware things. Mm. That's a different skill set. And when you're playing something that's that difficult that also has the length on top of it, you have to have nerves beyond steel. It's like titanium shit.
The song isn't free outside of Solo 3 either.
No.
It's not free either. And the worst part is it slows down towards the end
Oh
of the
yeah,
song
that
too.
outro is fucking evil. You could so easily miss that,
Steph was
especially with the nerves.
Strumming hammer-ons.
That could be risky too. Strumming hammer-ons in this game.
Strumming hammer-ons in Rock Band 3 is like a 50-50, man.
Literally, it's a jigsaw trap. It's like, you want to play a game.
That's why when like what's it called? What's the fucking song? You FC'd it. Where it's like the stupid fucking zig with all the random strums. And it goes on forever.
Zig with random strums?
Does it have the word bite in it or something?
Oh, once bitten, twice
shy.
Oh, yeah.
Like,
once bitten, twice shy.
That fucking chart is dog shit. You FC'd that?
Yeah, I did. On Rock Band 4.
When Still.
But
that's
yo, you
just
gotta
dog shit.
for that shit,
What
like
the
you gotta
hell?
you really don't want to strum the hammer-ons. Like
Well,
Man,
not
that
all the
chart-
hammer-ons.
that
You
chart
want
is
to
poop. Have you
double
seen
strum
that chart,
before
Jason?
you want double strum before each strum. So if there's a hammer-on, then strum.
yeah,
double strum that.
dude, the Rock Band 2, the flam double strum method, where you're like really fast.
Jason,
yeah.
you've seen that chart, right? It was a Rock Band. It's the Rock Band Blitz chart.
Yes.
It's,
I don't think I've ever played it.
You don't want to.
You're not missing much.
It is a million times worse playing it, and then but then you you play it for the first time, and you're just like, wow, this is terrible. Yeah, once bitten, twice shy, man. Fucking terrible ash chart.
440.
This is a completely random question. Then, is that the most you've ever been like jump scared by a chart, like an official chart? I'm curious.
Pulse,
like what's
Pulse of the Maggots easily.
Pulse
of the
Or
Maggots.
OGAP. Or when
Yeah.
OGAP first came out. When OGAP first came out.
OGAP was a
I
big
didn't
jump scare.
I didn't
not
watch
gonna lie.
any videos on YouTube, and then I got to the solo. I'm like, this is not a Rock Band
Which,
chart.
by the way,
what am I looking at?
Bro, the beginning of Solo 3, like, Will one-hands that. Like, can we talk about that? Steph one-hands it, too, actually.
Oh, yeah.
Yep, I saw that.
But the
very
difference
beginning of the
between
solo?
Steph and... Bro, the difference between Steph and Will, which is insane to me, is that Steph slides between green and red. Will doesn't. He stays...
Oh, uses pinky and everything?
He uses his pinky.
He anchors.
Yeah, he anchors.
He anchors.
Which is like, what the
Wild as
fuck, dude?
Man.
That shit's
I can
so
see that.
fast.
I can see
we
how
have
that
to have
would
a
feel good.
whole. We have to have like a whole episode like dedicated to breaking down
Like
these,
methods and shit, yeah.
okay?
like,
no, but
breaking down a
seriously,
lot of
looking
these
at the
FCs,
section, that's
seriously.
screwed.
Yeah, it's
That
fucked.
looks like
it's really bad.
It reminds me of Slash Battle on crack.
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah,
Yes.
but 10 times worse.
Yeah.
It's not even fun playing it on like Clone Hero or Yarg either.
No,
Like,
it's just a
I've
bad section.
Played on those games. It's just like, why did you do this?
They were on some shit in like
unpaid
the
intern-
2011,
intern
12
charter, I don't
era.
know. Yeah.
Unlucky.
Nah, this is when Harmonix was really going downhill with charting, man. This is when it started, pretty much. Like,
Yeah, you got that. You got like the Scream Aim Fire solo, Pulse of the Maggots.
yeah,
We're talking
Oh,
about
not
bad jump
Scream Aim
scares.
Fire, bro. Nah.
I got to give a special shout out to GH Live and the Rip and Tear chart.
Yes.
Oh, you don't know what I'm
the Rip
talking
and
about?
Tear.
Yes.
The Rip and Tear chart is legendary, man.
Like
That's
just playing that song,
messed
like for the
up.
first 4 minutes, you would never expect anything cool at the end, but it's like the hardest solo in the fucking game, seemingly.
That's awful.
or was it Girl School?
Girl school, true, yeah. Oh, God.
No, we were talking about jump scares. This is kind of an odd one, but way back when OGAP came out as DLC for Guitar Hero 3, there was a jump scare in that one for me. I believe there's still a video on my channel. It's private.
It was at the chords.
The chord.
The chords at the end of that, like the last
Dude,
solo
I
right before the
still can't
outro.
hit that
The
section,
green, orange,
like-
green,
No.
blue, green, orange. I'm like, oh,
I to this day
as a 10-year-old.
Why didn't
Dude.
they patch it? I don't understand.
they never patched it. It's very obviously a mistake.
Yeah, it's
so
very
obviously
clearly a mistake.
Like
Yeah.
why is that there? But it's become, like that's
It's a
part of
meme.
OGAP. That's a part of OGAP now, and now it's been all Strums FC. Now, so who cares?
Hide. Cool.
We
Well,
we
shit,
have to
this
have a whole
community's done.
episode. We have to have a whole episode like dedicated, or at least have an episode talking about the top 100.
We
Because
could.
while I'm very like in like very very in touch with a lot of the stuff that goes on GH Rock Band, I wish I could have stayed more intact with Rock Band, but it kind of soured for me a little bit. Like a decade ago. But I got way back into it, and I fuck with a lot of people in the Rock Band community now. And it's cool to go look back and just really understand these achievements for what they are. And because it's, no, like there's a reason why there's only a couple of names really fill up this list, man. And these are like the dedicated of the dedicated. Ace, J-Prez, Alf, Preston,
I see a lot of Joel Man too.
Will.
Let's be real here. Like, there's a big reason why Guitar Hero was the more competitive game and Rock Band was the more like casual focused, because people were wanting to have fun with their friends on Rock Band. And Guitar Hero, it was honestly easier to hit crazy shit.
It was.
Just
Yeah, it was.
breaking the shit down.
Also,
It felt
didn't,
cooler.
If there's kind of a split when Rock Band Network came out, I think.
There was.
Because people really wanted to have that competitive edge to it with Rock Band, and
we never
just
really
wasn't
got
being-
that.
It wasn't being taken seriously enough.
No.
At
There were
least
never
as a
official tournaments.
At least as a solo game, and if there were any tournaments, if you wanted to call it that, it was like just a band contest type of deal.
I mean, I
Or-
think I competed
felt
in
more
one of the only
casual.
official ones.
Yeah,
there was the
oh, yeah,
Heroes
the one you're telling
tournament.
us- Yeah.
Yeah, I mentioned it on a previous episode where they flew 20 full bands out to Jersey, to Atlantic City. And that was all about dressing up in costumes and performing for the crowd. It wasn't about score and just like being the best players.
Yeah, not what you'd expect from a
tournaments were a lot
tournament.
different.
Yeah, that's a different way of approaching it. So like
Also,
the competitive angle wasn't the same.
Really quick, Jason, I looked up Rip and Tear, and you know whose channel comes up? Jonas Halborg.
Jonas Halborg.
Jonas, one of the
dude,
top GH players from GH Live.
Dude, his reaction at the end, he fucking falls down. Like he's like,
understandable with that bullshit.
because
solo.
it's fading out and that shit never ends. Like,
yeah, like I can't even hear what I'm playing.
he said he was playing it for 14 hours straight.
14, not 40.
Oh my god, bro.
Bro
14
used to
14
stream
hours is a long
that
time.
every day.
Yeah, I used to talk
Crazy.
to him like when I dabbled in making GH Live customs when they added the clone hero. Like I had him review the chart and tell me whether it was like possible or not.
Dude,
you know,
dude, his stream layout here is so like
yeah,
it just
man.
goes to show his stream layout. It was just so similar to George's. Everybody just kind of ran the same thing. I love it.
I remember when you
really
tried
do.
Alec, when you FC'd my Ride to Lightning chart, you had the hand cam, like webcam mounted to the headstock.
The hand webcam, man.
Yeah.
Oh my
This
god.
reminds me of that.
wow.
Yeah,
This
reminds me of
layout
that.
would probably not work if I did it.
That video was called "I Believe in the Hand Cam."
Yeah. All right,
2017, baby, let's go.
For fun. No. I was still getting ad revenue. Sped up, pitch changes. Hey, the cycle continues. That's what
Now
we're
with
doing.
TikTok?
Now with TikTok, man, the cycle continues.
Artists are doing it for their own music. That's how you know it's bad.
That's fucked
Yeah.
up.
Yeah.
Tough scene.
Yeah.
Yep.
Tough crowd, man. Huh.
It's one of those things for anybody who's been paying attention to what's going on with UMG and TikTok. This last week they had an earnings call. The CEO of UMG goes on and says, my phone's available. We like win-win situations. We're a friendly company.
Yeah, like,
Fuck
shut
you.
the fuck up, man. Shut up.
Fuck
no,
you.
Don't.
Something
I just
about
wanna
there's been no
know.
discernible difference without our music
Oh,
on
really?
TikTok. Yeah, fuck off. For you,
I
perhaps
wonder
for
why
the
you're-
money, because
Yeah.
they're hardly getting paid shit. But that's besides the point. No discernible difference to the bottom line. There's a huge discernible difference to every artist that no longer has their music on TikTok. Huge. The
Yeah.
opportunity cost cannot be calculated. I mean, every
Out
viral
of
video that
touch.
has happened in the past weeks, will come in the next weeks and
They're
months,
out of touch and out of touch.
will not be a UMG artist. Every UMG artist will not be the next viral TikTok dance or whatever the fuck.
Nope.
Yeah.
Or
Whatever, you know-
bands that were owned by UMG previously,
Dude,
but not
and-
anymore. Let's talk
Yep.
about that.
And-
Right?
Some
You know,
artists that are getting taken down right now that don't even have ties to UMG anymore, but still are getting caught in the legal
but they
crossfire.
did at least at one point, and that's fair game. Apparently, makes no sense. Copyright
Yeah,
law
it's-
bitch.
Yeah, straight up, man. I was talking about the French Montana album dropped that has 6 versions with it. It has a acapella version of the album, instrumental version of the album, a sped up version of the album, a slowed down version of the album, and a version of the album that includes all 4 of the previous listed in one mega album that's 6 hours and over
What the
200
fuck?
tracks. Yeah, it's real.
Goddamn.
It's real.
But I mean, that makes sense because if you are an artist, right, and somebody's slowing up or speeding down your song and they're using it for the next viral TikTok trend, you're not getting paid on that because it's
Yeah,
a
you're
different
not getting
audio.
Yeah.
You are now.
So
That's
let me
a
get that screenshot for you, Jake. Hold up.
that's a 200
It's
IQ move.
Crazy.
I feel like there's been a
It just-
lot of
yeah.
200
artists doing it
IQ
themselves.
discussions today in this call.
Yeah,
It's
we've
a
had a
lot
lot
of-
of
Sorry,
songs.
126 songs, 6 hours.
That's so
Ooh.
fucked. That's
Wow.
but it's
crazy.
a way for
It's
artists to
absolutely
monetize
crazy.
instead of people slowing down or
But
speeding up
that
the music
just-
themselves.
This
Mhm.
Dude,
this right here should just be something to these fucking recording labels to be like, guys, do something about this. Do
I gotta see
something about
the
this
I gotta see the
instead of-
Fantano review for that
Instead
one.
of pulling the fucking plug.
the amount of artists that are going independent now because the corporate greed in the music licensing and
Look at
record
Kanye
industry
West,
is,
bro.
dude. Yeah.
Largest independent artist.
I mean,
ever.
only
number
people
one
who are
album, number one
independent-
single.
Only people who are independent are like being used on TikTok. It feels like at the
Yes.
moment. I think of Paramore. Like Paramore is available with their new
Paramore
stuff.
is independent too.
Yeah. So
More
that's
and more.
that's
And then you know, in what better fashion that they're going independent that they're releasing a covers album. I love that.
Yeah, that's
I
awesome.
love that.
That's so
That is
cool.
that's fucking awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I heard that Paramore's label wasn't even really a Paramore label. It was more like a Hayley Williams label with Paramore.
Yes,
or rather a music deal, not a label. But
it was
like,
a music deal when she was like 18.
Yeah, like they locked her into like a 20-year contract.
20-year.
Fucked up.
20-year contract. I think she was even younger than 18. I think she might have been like 16.
Yeah.
Like they locked in a child to a 20-year contract.
Emergency came out, right? Long time ago. And so now she like advocates for all these like young female artists that get into the industry, and and tries to make sure that they don't get like
don't get suckered
over.
into a shitty deal that rules their life for 20 years.
Exactly.
Shit's wild.
It's just crazy.
Yes,
man.
it is. Yes, sir.
We love music, don't we, folks? We love music industry.
Yeah.
It's always a changing landscape, and adjusting to it as a rhythm game creator is a fun task. Let's put it that way.
Okay, small correction. She was fucking 14 years old when she got signed into that 20-year contract. That is criminal.
Oh, that's
criminal.
Disgusting.
That shouldn't be legal.
That's fucking gross, man. That's
we own you until you are 34.
That's abusive, man.
She's 35.
That's fucking insane.
Oh,
yeah.
no.
Happy for you, Hayley. Appreciate you. If you're listening.
Oh, my God.
Get it, girl. Yeah, if you're listening.
Yeah.
Yo, number one lore hero fan.
This is my friend, J Pros. He's a big fan.
We're all big fans. come on the pod. We won't lock you into a 20-year. We won't lock you into a 20-episode contract.
This has been a good yapping episode. I'm not gonna lie.
We've had a lot of good yapping.
This is a good one.
Yeah,
this was a good one.
I enjoyed that a lot. Thank you all for watching. Appreciate you. See you next week. Lore Hero 22. Bye.
Well, bye.
Bye.